Hey, Heavens Jules. Okay, so this is day 2 of the 21 days of intentionally investing into I. And okay, so the first thing, I decided to no longer give you guys filters or to give myself filters as I do this because yesterday I was watching the playback of my stories and I realized I was like, dang. I became a little insecure in my skin because after this whole divorce thing, like I broke out, like so, like whenever I would like turn my head, like the filter would come off, and you could see like all the blemishes in my face, right? And so I was like, you know what? What I'm not gonna do is become insecure in the way that I look after all of this, right? So that was number one. And then two, I decided to go on sick call today. I became a sick call warrior and I went to the doctor for a few things. I wanted to talk to them about something that I want to do for myself in the future. And then I wanted to go try to get myself some contacts, which that was a no-go. I'm going to have to go out of my way to get myself some contacts. That's fine. That's cool. I can do that. And then I wanted to go to the dentist, right? Because this side of my mouth was hurting, and so I thought that my wisdom teeth was growing in. Come to find out, I get there, and come to find out, I don't have wisdom teeth growing in. So the dentist, he asked me, he was like, have you been under more stress lately? Have you been under more stress lately? Have you been grinding your teeth or clenching your jaws? And when he said that, I was just like, oh, That brought me back to a couple of years ago when I was going through counseling. And my therapist advised me to like pay attention to my body and be mindful of like, what I do and things like that, because our body just does different stuff under levels of stress. And so when he said that, I was just like, oh, snap. I have been going through a divorce, and it could be possible that I am like grinding my teeth at night. My daughter, she grinds her teeth at night, right? And so I was just like, I could be grinding my teeth or clenching my jaws, because I have realized that I do that when I'm stressed. I clench my jaws. And he was like, okay, well, we'll work on getting you a night guard, right? So, yeah, there's that. Okay, I'm back. So, I cannot make this up, y'all. I can't, matter of fact, I gotta show you. Today, we learned about digestion. Literally came into the class, sat down, and first thing we started talking about was the digestive system, right? Now, the first part of the digestive system is your mouth, your oral cavity. I can't make this up, y'all. Okay, so it was crazy because the first part is your mouth, right? So once you ingest food, right, you break it down manually by chewing on it, by mastification. And then once you swallow it, then it turns into chemical digestion, right? And then it just goes through this process of being digested and broken down into your other organs, your small intestines, your large your stomach, your small intestines, your large intestines, and things of that sort, right? So now, what we were just, it was just like mind-boggling. I had a classmate that was asking about, when she is pregnant. This started off like a whole thing. She just asked about, whenever she gets pregnant, like she has a hard time having bowel movements, and so she has to go in labor early at 36 weeks, right? And this she said that her bile is so toxic, like her bloodstream just becomes so doggone toxic that she has to go through labor, right? So that just got me to thinking, and then we started talking about obesity and things of that sort, because we got into nutrition right after that. So as we were talking about digestion, of course, the first thing is your mouth. The first part of the digestive process is going through the mouth, and then the last is the rectum, right? And so, like, literally, the last part of this little chapter, it talks about, the defecation process, right? How, like, the food turns into stool and you pass it through. And then it says, defecation is delayed. When defecation is delayed, it causes constipation and stuff like that. And then we got into obesity, we got into nutrition. And I was just like, hey, like, what causes our defecation process to be delayed? And immediately the surgeon was like, stress, trauma or stress, right? So that just got me to thinking about how it's crazy. Before I went into the military, I was overweight. And that's what got me started on my Plexus journey, being an ambassador for Plexus, which is a lot of people, they think that it's like Weight Watchers or Herbalife or whatever, but I love Plexus because they really focus on the gut, right? And I think it's anointed. I don't know who the owner is. I don't know who came up with Plexus, but I truly do believe that it's anointed. It has to be. And so they start with the gut, right? Which is where, spirits, demons like to sit as well. They like to sit in your gut area. But anywho, when I was overweight, I started Plexus, and what Plexus does is it helps to get rid of the inflammation. And so once I regulated my stress levels, I was able to start losing weight, right? And then when I came to basic training, then we started adding in the extra energy. My body went through a lot of exerting energy and needing, energy back, right? And so that's what helped me lose a lot more weight on top of the journey that I was going through with Plexus. But now I feel like I hit a plateau. I hit a plateau in my weight loss journey, and the Lord is talking a lot about stress today. And I'm like, dang, I feel like I'm, I feel like the Lord is just wanting to speak to us on this here day 2 of our 21 days of intentionally investing into I think he wants to talk about overcoming stress, right? I mean, obviously, when we invest into ourselves, then we're not focusing on the stress, right? We're shifting our focus, because stress is a killer. We talked about heart disease today. Oh, come on. Holy Spirit is speaking. Can y'all hear that? We talked about heart disease today and how heart disease is the number 1 killer. And heart disease can be caused by obesity, and obesity can be caused by stress. Ooh, obesity, can be caused by stress. Sometimes it's genetics, poor eating, but we eat poorly. Why? Because of stress. So I'm just really excited for what God is doing in my life right now. Like, so be intentional. You be intentional about investing into you, right? Because you are all you got. Matter of fact, when I went to the dentist this morning, I was like, I told the dentist, I was like, you know what, I wanted to come here. I just started class, but I wanted to come here. I said something about starting class as a nutritionist, a diet therapist or whatever. Like, something about it makes me want to be more intentional about my own health. And he said, yes, you should, because you're the only one that's going to take care of you. Period. So, y'all, you only get one body. You only get one life. So, take care of it. Don't stress. Now, check this out. I just came back from lunch. They sent us to lunch early, and they gave us a time limit to come back, right? So I walked all the way over there, got me a little something to eat, came back, and the trainees, because I'm prior service, so I can go do whatever I want to do. But the trainees, they were still sitting here. Why? Because they had to call the drill sergeant to ask for permission, and let them know that, hey, they released us for lunch, and the drill sergeant told them to wait. They were going to come and pick them up and take them to lunch, take them to chow. Tell me why. It's 30, 45 minutes later, and these kids are still sitting here. The drill sergeant forgot about them. Y'all, ain't nobody going to take care of you like you will take care of you. So, with all that being said, what you just say?
Unnecessary stress.
That was unnecessary stress. I cannot. That's funny because I'm over here teaching about stress. That's funny. Anywho, my battle buddy just came into class talking about that was unnecessary stress. Right? Did y'all get to eat?
I only ate like a hamburger and a cake.
A hamburger and a cake. All that doggone stress, and you went to go get the most unhealthy food to eat. And we learned about
healthy foods.
Hey, I got a veggie burger.
Oh, okay, he got a veggie burger. All right.
I don't know, some of those veggie burgers are even worse than they have.
Right. Hey, with all that being said, the Lord is speaking. I think it's time for me to do another round of my Cinderella's Makeover 10-day heart detox. What y'all think? Heart detox. Mm-hmm. So, we got released early again today. Woo woo. But I feel like the message wasn't clear because I was just all over the place. There was so much happening. But if you didn't catch the message is, listen, with all that happens in life, with the way that people mistreat you, they forget you, they neglect you, you're going to school and it's stressful, it's traumatic, you're having babies, you're raising children, all this stress and trauma that is around you, you have to be intentional about taking care of you, right? Because my battle buddy that was going under that unnecessary stress, in his hurry, in his way of overcoming stress and trauma, he got the most unhealthy thing to eat. And like the scripture I just posted, it's not what you put in your body that defiles you, but it's what you're allowing to fester in your mind, what you're allowing to fester in your heart, right? What you're allowing to fester in your spirit. Like, yeah, something traumatic and stressful could have happened to you today, but are you allowing that to defeat you with discouragement, with deceit, with fear, with worry, with anxiety, you know what I'm saying, with low self-esteem, insecurities, things of that sort? Whatever you're going through, whatever you will go through, be mindful and be intentional about you. Take the time out to take care of you, right? So, yeah, work on your heart. Everything that you do flows from your heart. So heal that thing. Heal it. Hey, Heaven's Jewels. If you're anything like me, a modern day Cinderella in need of a detox and makeover from the abuse, rejection, abandonment, and trauma that we endure on the daily, and you're in need of a community, then join me in this Cinderella's Makeover. Ask me how today.